Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. So I just want to make a video about the broader, showcasing the broader plan for 2023 in terms of growing vegetables and flowers in my garden. So just to give you a background, if you're new to my channel, that I've been working in this new garden of mine that I have at the moment over the last few months to get all the everything ready for this upcoming growing season in terms of bed prep, and putting a structure in. So it'd be good to show you what I've done over the over the months, over the last few months, and give you an overview of what's the general plan. So again, the garden, I've moved into this house recently, and the sellers were like a little bit of a gardener but not much, so I pretty much received a blank canvas, which I am now designing, and hopefully it will work for me in the upcoming season. So my plan is to basically grow um, lots of vegetables, and also not just to grow vegetable, but also I have a dedicated borders where I plan to grow flowers, and I have already started like planting uh, few shrubs in there, because as you know, the shrubs are very important to a flower garden, because you want the plants, some plants in there that are evergreen, and also you want to have you want to bring in like height and texture and colors, but this is a whole new other sections that probably I will not go into too much in this video. Just want to focus on like giving you a broader overview of my garden. So for this, I will have to actually take you to outside, and yeah, let's go and have a tour of the garden. And if you're new to my channel, please do like and subscribe, because this is a new channel, and you will help me out quite a lot. So yeah, let's take you to outside. Right, we're gonna start the tour on the right side of the garden, and then go around basically. So right off my like patio door, right outside my kitchen, I've got flower borders that I've put in. So there's one, this one here, and the other one's just next to it. So on the other side of the stairs. So in this border, again, as I said, these two are flower borders, and as you can see, I've got already some of the shrubs that I've put in. So there's one. These are deciduous. This is a deciduous shrub. So this is just waking up now. I can see little buds on this. Let's have a look at the label. So Phaidodulphus, I think. Coronaria, yeah, Philadelphus coronaria. So it's a flowering shrub. There's this one is an evergreen. Can't really remember the name of it, but I have it noted somewhere. This is a choice star, and there is a forsythia, gardenia, and this is a Nandina, I believe, and there's a Daphne. So as you can see, I've just started planting those shrubs, but I will be adding some perennials to this border, and I have got the perennial plants already started indoor, and quite a few. So I will, as soon as they gets a little bit bigger, I will be finding the appropriate spaces for these, so that they come out, they like, you know, flower year after year. So yeah, I've got this this kind of like a arbor that I've put in a couple of weeks ago. Still not finished. I want to put in a trellis, but I'm thinking, instead of putting a trellis and buying it from the shop, I've got this spare like gate, metal, really heavy gate that I can put this into a second and give it another life. So I'll just find a way to put this on this and attach it to this post for the climbing plants to climb over. So these are two jasmine, star jasmine plants. So these will, that I know they're very tiny at the moment, but these will eventually grow large. They're a vigorous grower, and you will need support to climb up. So so on the very far side, on the right, I have these two beds that I've put in, and has the first bed, and I have, obviously there were a lot of, when we moved in, there were a lot of weeds and bushes in this area, so me and my wife had to clear those area up, and again I got those railway sleepers and put those together, and put two was it about I would say 4 by 16 feet raised beds in here, so it is quite long. These two beds that I have in here, these are the longest bed, the raised bed that I have in my garden at the moment. So this bed, you can see it has a trellis on top, so this is something that I'm working on at the moment to getting this ready. It's about, I'd say 80% done. I need to order a few more longer pieces of timber to complete this, so I'm just waiting on those, but yeah, it's bulk of the work is done for this now. So the plan is to grow bottle gourds on the far side, so on the, yeah, all the way from that side to this side. So I want to put a row of bottle gourds, so that you know, this trellis here is to support the bottle gourd plants in the summer. And in the front, I want to grow tomato, and again I will be putting some support for tomato plants as well. So you know, this will be like hanged from the top of those trellis, so that tomato plants can grow upward and have room to grow. So that's the plan. So this is a tomato and a bottle gourd plant. Of course, these summer plants, so these tomatoes and bottle gourds, I will not be able to bring it out before the near the summertime, so I will have to make use of this bed. And my plan is to put some masters or Asian greens or lettuces in this bed, so that I can have a first harvest before that. This bed here again is the second longest one. Excuse the trampoline in here. I just want to I will be dismantling it, but at the moment I just needed to put this on side, because I am working on the garden, as I've been saying. But this I will be, yeah, dismantling it when I find some time. I will not be throwing away the poles, because these I believe will be really good for support for the flower borders. I can put in there, so that, you know, some of the plants can like be backed up against those, and they're not just flop over in the rain or something. So I will repurpose those poles. But yeah, so in this bed again is my main chili plant bed, and I think I can put probably about close to 30, if not more, chili plants in here. So yeah, this is because this side will be, these two beds will be getting a lot of sun during the summertime. So I want to make good use. I want to put plants that are heat loving in here. So yeah, this will be my this bed will be my main chili plants growing bed. So yeah, let's move on. So I've got these main borders. So this is a flower border. You can see I've put some evergreen shrubs already in here, and they're settling in nicely. Some rose, and again some I think this is a Weigelia plant, but yeah. So this is a long border, and again you'll be hopefully in if not this season, but within 2 or 3 years you'll be full of shrubs and perennial established flower plants. Lot of work needs to be done in this to get this border looking neat and tidy. At the moment, as you can see, is full of weed, and I need to find. I've just put a layer of compost on this bed, and hopefully it's going to suppress some of the grasses, but I need to find a way to get rid of those perennial weeds that are in the bed. I'll be like putting a dedicated like border line across this bed as well. So but again, it will be happening over the coming weeks at some point. So yeah, I've got this swing in here. This is a generous gift from the previous owner of this house, and my son seems to love it. So I decided to keep it at the moment, but maybe in the future I will move this to a better location. So again, yeah, some of the plants are settling in. I've got, so a couple of months back, not a couple of months, maybe 1 month back, I ordered some fruit trees. You can see a row of fruit trees coming across right from the other side to here. So there are 5 fruit trees that I've planted. These are apple, pears and plum, and these are dwarf fruit trees, so these are not going to get that big, but hopefully these will produce a crop this year. If not, maybe next year. I'm expecting to get some fruits of those fruit trees. So let's take you around. So I've got 2. So there's a cherry tree that's the previous owner planted and is grown big, and apparently it produces quite a lot of fruit, I've been told. And this is an apple tree, I believe. So yeah, so that's the view of the other side, where we've just came from. So now we are getting sort of closer to my main vegetable gardening area. So I've got 3 beds. So I've got actual total of 8 beds in this side. Is structured 3 and then 2 vertical. Well, it depends which way you're looking at. So if you look at from the patio side, so I've got 3 horizontal, 2 vertical, and 3 again horizontal beds. And then of course around those beds I will be planting flower and shrubs, and everything, flower plants and shrubs. So my plan is not like stick to the raised bed for any vegetable gardening for this season and upcomings. So I've got these 3 beds in here. Again, I haven't decided what I'm going to grow in these beds, but in terms of the sunlight, so I've got 3, 4, 5 beds in this side will get full-on sun, and these 2 beds on this side, this one and the other one in the far corner, I believe it will be a little bit of not much. You'll still get a lot of sun, but it still will be a little bit of shaded compared to the others. So if this is the case, then I will be actually planting lettuces and brassicas in those 2 beds, and stick to planting warm-loving vegetable plants in the other 5. So yeah, at the moment it's still again I've put a layer of compost in here because this was grass before, so I put a layer of cardboards and wetted it down, and then put a thin layer of mushroom compost in here, so that this gets sort of like break down and get the beds get ready for the summer planting. And not when I say well, I shouldn't be saying summer planting because I plan to start in bringing out my leafy vegetables well before the summer, during the spring. So that's the vertical, one of the vertical bed, and I have designed it like I've put in a little sitting area in here, and I've got 2 fruit trees on this either side, both side of this bench that I've made a few weeks back. These pots will be moving to a better location, but at the moment I'm just I'm doing some work on that corner behind the greenhouse. So as soon as that is completed, I'll be moving those pots from here basically. So this is the compost bin that I wanted to sort of like make use to make compost, but at the moment it's just full of the sods. So when I made those garden beds, I ended up with a lot of sort of like grass sods, and so I just put it in here. So hopefully this will get decomposed, and I can make use of the soil later on in the bed, or maybe may even be, I can probably even add some compost in directly on top of it and make use of this to grow some plants in here if I find myself short of space later on the season. So again, this border will be is one of the flower border. So these again, this is the second vertical bed. Again, there's going to be a lot of super hot chili plants probably be going in the summer season, but we'll be growing a lot of leafy vegetables as well before that. These 2 beds I've prepared probably a couple of weeks back. Again, our far side one, I didn't put any cardboard in, so I put a layer of garden topsoil and then put a layer of compost, and now I've covered it so that hopefully it will suppress the grass and weed, and less, it's kind of like a little bit of experiment as to see what's the difference if I put the cardboard or if I don't put the cardboard in. And then these 2 again, they've got the cardboard underneath the layer of compost, but I've just covered it in because I don't want any weeds to fall on top of it and then weeds to grow. So this bed I've already planted, you can see, with some radishes and then some mustards and some cabbages. The cabbages are not that great, they're looking laggy, but they were just indoor, and I sort of like obviously hardened it before I put it in the greenhouse for a few weeks and then brought it out. Just want to see if they it will grow. If not, if they doesn't look that good in a week or 2, I'll take those off and I'll put more I'll put plant some lettuces in here, but the radish is looking nice at the moment. Going around, so again, there are some pavers in here. I will be moving those pavers and I will be extending the border. I will be keeping the railway sleepers in place for now, but in the future I'll take those off and make this border a little bit larger. I think there's some broccoli plants in here, but yeah, I didn't plant this. So this shrub, this is a hydrangea. Again, I've planted it a few weeks back. This was brought in as bare root plant. So yeah, this just hopefully settling in nice and will wake up as the weather warms up. And now we come round to my just behind my greenhouse. Again, my plan is to use this area to harden off plants, because this is kind of like sheltered. You have the fence on this side and then greenhouse and then my kitchen on the other side, so it'll be a good place for hardening off plants that will be coming out of indoor. So that's my greenhouse. Not gonna give you a tour of what I have in the greenhouse, because I plan to I'll probably make another video as to give you guys an idea what I have growing in the greenhouse. As you can see, I have a half-done shelf that I've been working on again. This should be completed in a week or two, as soon as I find some time. I'll make another video on this. But yeah, here you go. So that's the tour and a broad overview of the layout of my garden. Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to see how we progress as the time and season progresses. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed the tour of my garden, and I've tried to give you a broad overview of my growing plan for this season. And yeah, hopefully I will be able to keep you updated as the time progresses, how things turns out. And yeah, as I said, if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.